Hey, I'm Rob from Kimpex here today to talk to you about the Leatt DriTour pants and jacket. Now, we did a full video with the rep from Leatt about a year ago that you could check on YouTube, and that goes into all the specs of their lineup of their new jacket and pants adventure gear that they have. There's 3 jackets. There is the multi-tour, the DriTour, and the flow tour, and today we're talking about the DriTour. So when I met with the rep to see Leatt's first entry into the adventure market, I saw the products, she walked me through them, and the first thing that I noticed was this was high-end stuff. Leatt is a company that has their focus on quality and safety. They're not really about cutting corners and try for like savings and to make the best budget-friendly things, even though their prices are very competitive and good. They really focus on quality. And why that's important is because if this is their first entry into it, they put a lot into that entry. So you're going to get a lot for your money. So previous to riding and owning this jacket, I had a Revit Neptune GTX jacket that I bought for myself and rode for 8 years. This jacket was what would be considered like the multi-tour jacket. It was a 3-tier jacket. You had the outer shell, you then had a Gore-Tex liner, and you had a thermal liner underneath that. That was my choice for my first quality adventure jacket. And I could tell you what I liked about that, what I didn't like about that. What I liked about it was that you had a jacket that was ready for all conditions. What I didn't like about that 3-tier system was that once you have all the layers in your jacket, the jacket's just simply too big. And even if you took the thermal liner out of it and you're wearing just the Gore-Tex would bunch up every time I put my arms in, and the whole thing would just it didn't feel cohesive and on. It felt kind of mushy and in the way. So when I had a chance to try one of Leatt's jackets, I thought to myself, it would probably be ideal if the shell itself was already waterproof and I didn't have to think about putting in a layer, taking out a layer, having it bunch up. As my new main riding jacket, I decided to go with the DriTour jacket from Leatt. And I did this to try a jacket that has, of course, waterproof liner already in it, and I didn't have to, add layers to it and whatnot. What are the pros and cons of having it already in the jacket? Well, of course, the pro is pretty obvious. You don't have to think, is it raining? Did it stop raining? What do I need to wear? Do I need to bring this liner? It's already with you. And the only con I could say that it could have is that if the weather is very, very hot, it wouldn't have as much, perhaps, ventilation as something like their flow tour would be, or even my last jacket when everything was removed and the vents open. So I would say that the only drawback is it could be a little bit warmer. In an ideal world where we were to have everything we've ever wanted, which is a world that none of us really usually live in, I think that having this DriTour and a flow tour for the hottest months would be probably perfect. So with this jacket, you just have the jacket itself, and then you have the thermal liner underneath. And what's really cool about the thermal liner underneath, which I have with me right here, is this is a standalone jacket. So you could wear this as a jacket. It has zipped pockets. It has a zipped pocket for your wallet inside, and it looks completely like a normal jacket. It doesn't look like a liner, whereas my last one, if you were to try that, there was clips all over it and zippers. It just didn't look right because it wasn't made to wear as a standalone. So if you go, if you're traveling and you finish your day of riding, you're gonna go to the restaurant, you can just take this part off, all the heavy armor and whatnot, put it aside, and just put this jacket on, of course, and go with it. So I have had the chance to try it in the rain, and the jacket is 100% waterproof, which is amazing. You don't have to stop or do anything. It's very simple to have it like that. Other things that I saw that I liked with this are pretty simple, actually. And here's one of them. The pockets themselves are magnetic. And now, while that doesn't seem to be such a big deal, we always have riding gloves on. So when you have riding gloves, things are very clunky. And if there's a zipper or even Velcro, this just, every time you just let it go, it just fell back in place. And even to open it, as opposed to Velcro, is very easy. It just lifts off. There's no struggle to get all the Velcro. That was another point with my other jacket that was kind of bothersome, was how it got stuck. So I like that part. You also have a magnet down here, so when you're done closing your jacket, it'll just snap into place. But up here you do have Velcro, and the reason why they did that is to have more adjustability. It doesn't just lock in one place. You could move the Velcro around to close it in place. This jacket also comes with more armor than my last jacket did. It's adding chest armor as well. The armor is also more breathable than what I had, more flexible and lighter. In terms of protection Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to test that out. But I can say how it feels to have the protection in the jacket itself. The first thing I'm going to say is there is no extra protection that they're going to sell you. Again, Leatt always focuses on safety to the highest standards, so the jacket, every jacket comes fully armored. And that means even more armor than the last jacket I had by adding chest protection here as well. So there's two big armor pieces here in the chest. You have on the shoulders, the elbows, this is an elbow in my hand, and you have the back protector. I'll also add to say that the last back protector I had that I had to buy separately for my last jacket was also a lot thinner. It was probably about this size, and the one on this is the full back, so much more protection. What's nice about the armor that they use is it's very impact absorbent, it's super lightweight and super malleable. And as you see here, they focus a lot on the ventilation, so it's a highly ventilated, very light armor. So all in all, it's an armor that doesn't bother you that's in the jacket. Because I and many friends of mine have had many different pieces of gear where you end up taking the armor out because you just can't stand having it in. And the place that I find that happens the most for me in all my pants, until this pair of pants here, which we have here, is in the knees. The knees of the pants never felt right. They always scratched on the knees. They were never put in the right position. And somehow with this pant in the right sizing for me, the knee just fits perfectly exactly where it should be. It's a non-issue. And of course, I prefer not to take armor out because it's there to protect me. So within the 3 jackets that they offer, the multi-tour, the dry tour, and the flow tour, there is a matching pant that you could buy to go with it, which is what I did. I have the dry tour jacket and the dry tour pants. The same goes for the multi-tour and the flow tour as well. And that is my experience thus far using the dry tour 7.5 from Leatt. If you want more details to go into the finer details of the features and specs, please check out our video that we did with the Leatt rep, and you will get all the information that you need. And if not, you can go to moto.leattcanada.ca for any other details you're looking for. Thanks for watching. Ride safe.